So as I mentioned previously, you can set sharing permissions to either view only, allow for comments, or give students full editing capabilities. For my course syllabus here, I really just want my students to be able to view the document and allow them to download it if they choose so they can print it or whatever they need to do, but they're not going to be able to edit my syllabus. So I'm going to go over here into the right upper corner and I'm going to click on Share. When I do that, it's going to give me some options. Now you could simply type in the email addresses of your students if you want to just email them the link, but you could also copy this link that's provided. Now you need to change your sharing permissions through this drop-down menu, and you have to make sure that your sharing permissions are correct. Now if I want more than just specific people to access this, I have to go into advanced or more settings. So instead of accidentally by default not providing a correct link, I always recommend using the advanced feature and then going into this section here who has access and changing that and ensuring that anybody that you give a link to or anything that you insert a link to will allow the student to gain permissions that you set in this access condition box here. And for this document, because it's a syllabus, I just want them to be able to view the document, so can view is the appropriate setting. I will save that, and now I can copy this and paste it into an email or insert it as a hyperlink, and when the students open this link, they will see a viewable document of the syllabus. And that would look like this for them. And so they would not be able to edit it. The next type of document is a document where you want to allow suggesting permission. So you're allowing comments on that document. And in order to share the document, to allow for the suggestions and commenting features to be activated, you go into the Share section again. And I always recommend going into advanced settings to ensure that you have the right access. So change that access to anybody with a link, and then we want them to be able to comment on the document. And we would save that. It will provide us with a link. You can Control-C to copy that, and again, either email it to your students or insert it as a hyperlink into a document or a web page. The last type of document is where you give full editing permission to the student. So this editing box would be active, and they would have full editing permissions just as you would. This would be great to send to students sharing documents with each other. And so you would click Share and go into Advanced. Make sure that anybody with a link, and instead of Can View, we are now going to Edit. Save that. It will give you your hyperlink. Control-C to copy it, and then insert it where you need. And those are the three types of sharing permissions. Now there is one more type of link that you can provide students, and that is to force the student to make a copy of a document. So say I wanted to share my case study template, okay? And I don't want the students to edit this template. I want them to, and not even to put suggestions on it, because I don't want my original document to be edited in any way. I want them to make a copy and use it and then submit that copy to me. So what I would do is I would go up into this web browser at the top of the page, click it once to highlight it, click it again so that I can edit the text in the web browsing address. What I want to do is erase the word edit and replace that with copy. Once that is done, you can copy and share this link by highlighting it and hitting Control-C. And when you send that to your students, they will actually be forced to make a copy. And I'll show you what that looks like. So if that was the link that I provided to students, it would be pasted into the web browser. And the student would then be prompted to make a copy of the case study report document, and that would automatically download to their Google Drive, and they could organize that in whatever folder they wish. And you see here, it provides a name of copy of whatever the document was that I shared. And that's how you copy. Now, students can make a copy on their own of the case study document. So this is not the only way to do it, but it is a much simpler way. And if students aren't sure, they could go into File and make a copy and do it that way. But if you want to ensure that your document does not get edited, I suggest that you just edit the web browser address at the top, replace the edit section with copy, and send that link to your students. That way you can ensure that they just make a copy of the document.